It's Friday. I already see my favorite people. I see Ty, who I'm going to pick on in just a second. I see Easy. I see Nicole. Nicole, I was way deep in your realm of specialty last night. I was in the World Health Organization Manual for Diagnosis. Where was I? I was in oh God. I was in ICD-10-CM doing some autism stuff. So, yeah. Let's see. We seem... Oh, there we go. I think it is... Yeah, it's this one we want to use. Yeah, I was doing a little bit of stuff last night. Yeah, talking about autism with people. I actually have a great story about humanity. Really refreshes my my passion with the potential that humanity isn't as messed up as I thought it was. So we're gonna get into that. Before I start, I'm gonna pick on Ty a little bit. Ty, I just did 3 miles before the show. How many miles you done today? No, I am not sponsored by Muscle Milk, but trying to get in shape again. Motivation, man. Self-motivation is the only motivation that there is. Let me just finish chucking this down. I literally, my hair is still wet. I still have that post-run. Like, even though I've showered, I still have that post-run. Like, I'm hot, I'm irritable. Today's gonna suck, but I'm back in a good positive headspace. I'm gonna just embrace the suck today, because it is hot as a mug. There we go. Sorry about that. I know it's rude to eat in front of your stream, but it's not necessarily rude to crank down 25 grams of proteiny goodness. Now, I will start off the show with a disclaimer. I may have to run out for like 5-6 minutes during the show. I've been trying to get rid of that gazebo that collapsed last week. I could just throw the metal out on the front step and be like, whoever gets it, gets it. But there's a nice person in town. They make their money by hauling away scrap metal. So, yeah, want to make sure to hook them up. They're nice enough to take it away for free. So, yeah, they're going to show up at some point today. What the hell? So, yeah. When they show up, I gotta step out. The other people in the house are sick, so I'm not gonna be able to just dump that off to them to do. But yeah, my story about positivity and the human possibilities. Last night we were talking about something in the Ashes chat, and I love the Ashes community. Most of the time. I love most of the people. Most of the time it's pretty good. But, yeah, somebody used the word autistic as an insult due to low intelligence. And I said they were trying to make themselves appear smart. And I said using the word autistic to call somebody stupid pretty much means you don't know what you're talking about. It makes you pretty stupid. And this guy jumps on my ass about autism, about how his family has autism, and blah, blah. I'm like, congratulations. What? Well, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I don't want to argue with you, man. Whatever. It's a touchy subject for me because my daughter has autism. So, needless to say, I have an autistic daughter. I have done research on autism ad nauseum, trying to make sure she gets all the right developmental stuff. Well, this guy keeps coming back at me like I don't know what I'm talking about. I was like, all right, I don't want to argue with you, man. He's like, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, Nope. Having a graduate degree in education with a focus on special education? Nope. Having taught the subject, having worked with students with exceptionalities, having an autistic daughter, surrounding myself with psychologists and psychiatrist friends, having talked about it with other peer professionals, no, in no way makes me an expert. No, not at all. And I didn't really get condescending to the guy. I wanted to be like, well, if all of that doesn't make me an expert, from what position do you even discuss with me? Like, if having a degree in it doesn't give me the right to talk about it, then unless you have a degree in it of a higher level, shut the fuck up. Well, of course, we get kicked out of the Discord and get told to send it to private messages. And this is actually where I have a re-inspired faith in humanity. After the guy, like, coming at me belligerently, I don't give a shit. Man, I have been insulted by far better people. So you getting all uppity and shit with me, you're not gonna hurt my feeling. My one feeling. There's only one person on the planet who can hurt my one feeling, and it ain't you. And, so finally the guy got it through his head he wasn't going to win the argument with being a dick or doing the grammar correct thing. It's like, please, I type like 143 words a minute. I fucking typo. Deal with it. My brain thinks faster than my fingers type. So finally the guy came to me and he's like, can I ask you a question human to human? And at first I typed out this response was like, no, you really can't, because you weren't really interested in treating me like a human a minute ago. You were interested in talking down to me. But sure, you can go ahead and ask me a question human to human. The guy actually asked some really brilliant questions. And I was like, wow. So here I am, it's like a random Thursday night, like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm in the World Health Organization Diagnostic Manual. I'm in the DSM-5, talking to the guy. And this is why I want people to become advocates for yelling at people who use the word autistic or autist or autism as an insult. If you look up the DSM-5 diagnosis for autism, intelligence is not any part of the diagnostic criteria, because autism doesn't mean you're stupid. Autism means you have a hard time processing the world and you have a hard time expressing what's going on up here. Doesn't mean you don't have the right answer up here. It means you can't express that. Now, this guy gets it. Hopefully, he'll do. I gave him a bunch of stuff to read, but he's like, oh, he keeps going on and on and on about low functioning autism. I'm finally like, dude, there's no diagnosis of low functioning autism. That phrase doesn't exist. It's a bullshit public school statement in order to have aids, to get teachers aids. It's something you write in an individualized development plan, an IDP for a student. I would put Johnny is a low functioning, Johnny is a, how would I write it politically correctly? Johnny has been diagnosed as a student with exceptionalities. He is afflicted by autism, IAW, in accordance with the DSM-5, rated at level 2 or level 3. Due to this, he is considered a low-functioning autistic and requires additional assistance. The low-functioning part means he needs help. It doesn't mean he's stupid. So hopefully people get it through their head that autism doesn't mean you're stupid. Oh, nope. So, faith in humanity restored last night. Faith in humanity. It was really good. Now, hopefully, he gets a little more educated. He does some reading. I hope he will. I mean, I really do. I genuinely hope he will. Because he has family afflicted by autism. So, you got something to say about this? Type away, Nicole. Type away. I'm going to turn the floor over to our resident expert in all things psychotic. While she's typing. Remember when this game was like considered cutting edge graphics? I'm so old. I'm so old. This was like, people swooned over what's coming up right here in a minute. This cutscene right here. People swooned over this. This was considered revolutionary graphics. God. I guess Nicole's typing a book. It's okay, Nicole. That enter key allows you to start saying something. I'm going to get... she's probably linking like a 50-page dissertation. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Nicole. It's actually funny you say that. When my daughter was born... My daughter was born 8 weeks early. I don't have any problem talking about my family when it's relevant. My daughter was born 8 weeks early. Tons of medical problems. My daughter didn't talk. We were terrified that she was just completely on the low end of the scale. So I never believed the bullshit that they said. And here's the thing, they even teach you. They teach you to they teach you to accommodate, to provide accommodations for students. I don't accommodate my daughter. Now, my daughter, when she was 2 and 3, she didn't talk. She had to be taken to speech therapy to be motivated. We're going to get to motivation is a lie. Now she won't shut up. She's 5. I don't believe in telling people, oh, it's okay. It's okay if you're a little overweight, or it's okay if you don't want to study hard or work hard. No, it's not okay. I was listening to a guy, let me get his name. I didn't actually catch his name. I don't think it was on it. Let's see if I can grab this guy. Is it this guy? David Goggins. David Goggins is considered to be the greatest endurance athlete in the world. At one point, he was almost 300 pounds. The guy has passed Ranger School, SEER School, or not SEER School, Ranger School, SEAL School, and Air Force Tactical Air Controller training. He has run, in a year, he ran 7,000 miles. 7,000 miles in a year. He did 4,030 pull-ups in a 24-hour period. The guy was almost 300 pounds at one point. He has passed 3 of the 5 hardest military specialty schools. but the guy started at 300 pounds. Listening to his interview today, he said, what is wrong with society today is that we do everything for people. And Nicole just said it. If we have a kid with an exceptionality, we do everything for them. If we have a kid who's fat, we make excuses for him. If we have a kid who's slow, we make excuses for him. You know what? That is why 1% of the people live the 1% life. Because I was just reading an interesting statistic. 8 out of every 10 millionaires was actually bankrupt at some point. They only got to where they were because they were willing to take the risks. And it's really kind of changing my mentality because, honestly, we make excuses for everything in life. And I'm no different. I'm not up here preaching saying, like, oh, you all make excuses for yourself. Man, I got up to 258 pounds and I was completely disgusted with myself. It got to the point where it was easier to go and buy a pair of 38 pants than it was to go to the gym a couple extra hours a day. Like, yesterday was hot as hell. I don't even know. Let me check the Discord because I try to motivate people in my Discord by talking about what's going on. It was 104 degrees and 60% humidity, and I ran 4 miles yesterday. You know what? I'm 38 years old. I'm overweight. I'm out of shape. I have medical problems. I have high cholesterol. I have high triglycerides. I have a pin in my shoulder, and I was still out there yesterday humping it in 104 degree heat because I don't like what I look like. I don't like the fact that I have to wear a 38 pair of jeans. Probably fit my ass in a 36 now because I have dropped 40 pounds. But I don't like it. Now, I can sit here and listen to motivational speakers all day. And a lot of motivational speakers are completely full of shit. Motivational speakers will say, well, you have to believe in you. Well, no shit. You have to believe in you? I don't need you to tell me that. Some of the stuff people say is just ridiculous. What did I hear one guy say yesterday? I listened to tons of them and then I turn them off. One guy said, well, you all want to live the 1% lifestyle. That's not true. I know lots of people that don't want to live the 1% lifestyle. This guy, I don't write down names while I'm running. I actually have to go back and get my notebook out and write down these people's names. He's really big in social media. And he says that he never took a vacation day. Not one. Not ever. He didn't have friends. He didn't have a girlfriend. He didn't hang out with people after college. He works 18 hours a day. And he's like, now I'm one of the most... I said, yeah, but that's what you wanted. Telling people to divorce themselves of all the fun, I'm going to be honest, I don't get down with that advice. I don't get down with that. I'm not going to tell you to just work harder. Working harder isn't an answer. Working smarter, working towards your goal. One thing I did hear when I was running was dreams without goals are just dreams. Well, that's nice. That's fluffy stuff. Like, I have fluffy on my wall. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. No, my life is in my comfort zone. If I'm comfortable with it. So motivation is a big lie. You have to motivate yourself. I can't motivate you. Like, if you lived in my neighborhood and you wanted to get fit, I'd be like, yeah, let's go running together. But, I'll give you a good example of that. My daughter wanted to get in shape this summer. She wanted to get in shape. I said, let's go running. I said, let's go running. That went one day. I said, I can't be... I can't pull you out of bed every morning and make you want to go. If you want to get fit, then you need to be waiting at the bottom of the stairs. And You need to be ready to go. You need to be coming and kicking me out of bed because you guys all know I have a sleeping disorder. I don't sleep well. I don't sleep well at night. I sleep better during the day. If I didn't have a 5-year-old who needed me to maintain a normal lifestyle, I wouldn't be up right now. I'd still be sleeping right now. I would still sleep the same amount of hours a day. I would just sleep different hours. But then again, here's the thing. My older kid, she's 12. If she wants to go get fit, she doesn't need daddy to go help her run. She got 2 feet in shoes. She got 2 feet in shoes, man. If she really wanted it, she would do it. Wow, we're getting high tech here. Whoa! Whoa! Old school graphics here, baby. But, you know, you can't motivate somebody else. Somebody else has to motivate people. I shared something a while back with some people who were looking for motivation, and I said, what did I say? It was your why. It's all about your why. Your why and my why are different whys. You might want to get better, a better lifestyle. You might want to make more money. You might want a bigger house or a nicer house. And by the way, don't get a bigger or a nicer house. Get a small house. Trust me. I lived in a 1,000 square foot house in Chicago. I lived in a 4,000 square foot house. I live in a 1,200 square foot house now. 1,200 square feet is more than enough. You buy a bigger house, you got more house to pay for. You don't need that shit in your life. Unless you want that shit in your life. If you want a big house, get a big house. But don't want it because everybody else has it, and that's the thing. That's the thing my wife fell into. My wife thought that everything had to go along. Oh, God damn it! My wife thought everything had to go along with, you know, you make this much money, you live in this kind of house, you drive this kind of car. You know, I'm not like that. I drove around in my 2007 Ion when I was an officer. People used to be like, why don't you have a nice car? Does my car get me from A to B with a radio and an AC? Yeah? Okay, I'm good. Motivation. What motivated me was not having... Well, somebody's late. What motivated me wasn't having a nice house or having a nice car. What motivated me was I don't have any bills. I have no bills. That's what motivated me. But you see, all these people are going to tell you how to get rich. You know what people don't ever tell you? Is how to get happy. And that's what I think is just wrong with society right now. We're all chasing somebody else's dream. Don't chase somebody else's dream. Chase your dream. We don't even know how to adapt. We don't even know how to adapt life, society, school for people. There's these kids in school. There's these kids in school that are being taught stuff that's completely irrelevant. I just once again saw the nonsense. You're not going to have a calculator with you every day. Are we for real? Are we still on the you're not going to have a calculator with you every day excuse for why kids have to learn math the way they do? Because let's be honest. How many people of the 8 of you that are here, how many of you have used algebra in the last 30 days? I don't like these buttons. Gotta change the buttons around. Never. Sweet Tart says she has not used... Ty, you're an exception. I'll still take your never, but you're an exception. You're a student. Nope. So 4 out of the 8 people here have not used algebra in the last month. Well, 7 people now. 4 of 7 people that responded have not used algebra. There's a... You're gonna let me out? Thank you. But, what do they drill in your head? You have pre-algebra in grade school. Algebra 1, geometry. Algebra 2 with trig is the normal high school... junior high to high school curriculum. That's your normal thing. Now I'm going to be completely honest. As a social studies teacher, I advocated for swapping out Algebra 2 with trig for economics and basic math. And when they say basic math, yeah, basic math. Basic math for stuff you're going to need to know. Okay? And when I say basic math, did you know that the average person doesn't understand how a mortgage works, and how a mortgage is different from a regular loan? Did you know that there are still people who don't understand that your interest on your mortgage is front-loaded, but you can pay down the principal by specifically enumerating on the check, please apply overage to principal only? Because if you don't tell them that, they're going to apply it to your overall balance. People are like, well, I don't understand why. Well, that's because you didn't have life skills math. You didn't have anybody teach you. I don't know where the hell I threw it. I probably threw it in my filing cabinet. Did you know that until I got my degree in biomedical technology, I took 2 bullshit math classes in college? I took liberal arts math, and I took liberal arts math because I absolutely hated algebra. And here's the thing, I passed calculus. I just hated it. I fucking hated it. I passed physics. I passed like, oh my god level physics in high school. And I fucking hated it. My physics teacher used to jump on my ass all the time. He used to jump on my... He's like, dude, you are fucking brilliant. My engineering teacher... I went to a Catholic high school, but we had an engineering department where I took AutoCAD. I was so far through the curriculum. I was through the book, the level 2 book, in my first year. The second year I took it, everybody else had to design a house for their project. My teacher... I was about to say my boss. My teacher's like, you have to design a skyscraper. Oh, holy fuck, dude! Do you know the difference between designing a house and designing a skyscraper? He's like, yeah, but you designed a house last year. You think I'm going to just let you take a class and get an A? I'm like, yeah, I was thinking more like a mall, like a 2-floor structure. He's like, I know. So all the other kids are in the front of the class, right, learning like basic engineering stuff. I'm in the back with earbuds in with a cassette player. That's how old I am. I had a cassette deck, my B96 10 o'clock remix, listening to that in the back. I'm like learning like how to do engineering on a building after like the 78th floor. These kids are learning how to do studs 16 inches off center. I'm like, what the fuck? So my engineering and my physics teachers come to me and they say, Are you gonna go to school to be an architect? No. No desire to be an architect. Are you gonna go to school to be a physicist? No. What are you going to school for? I'm going to school to be a history major. They literally went and got my history teacher, right? My history teacher comes in. He's like, you're going to be a history teacher? I'm like, yeah. He's like, dude, you have a D in history. Now, keep in mind, you guys are starting to see some of the unadulterated, uncut version of me. The longer I'm out of the military, all of that brainwashing is falling off. I looked at the history teacher and I said, dude, I got a D in history this year because you're boring as sin. I fall asleep in class because you're monotone. I ended up going to the local college. My mom was sick. My mom had cancer. So even though I had a full scholarship to like every state school, Even with a D in history, mind you. Don't ever let people tell you that bullshit either. You're not going to get a scholarship if you don't have straight A's. Yeah, no, that's not how that works either. Sorry. But I ended up going to the local school. Was history and political science with a little criminology thrown in. I was going to go to law school. I was going to try to go to like Yale or Harvard graduate school to get my law degree. I had a plan, right? I was going to get a job during the day. I was going to go to John Marshall Law School in Chicago at night, get my law degree. Needless to say, I never became a lawyer. Life happened, but people are like, you're absolutely brilliant in engineering. Yeah, but I hate it. I fucking hate it. I ain't doing this. Motivation is a lie. They were trying to motivate me to chase their dreams. The engineering teacher never could be an architect. The physics teacher could never be a physicist. They weren't good enough. They were like, you could do this, but I don't want to. So, never forget, motivation. Some of the people you think are your best motivators are actually your biggest demotivationals. They drag you down. They pull you left. They pull you right. You don't need motivation. Motivate yourself. Your why. What is your why? If your why doesn't move you, if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not your why. My why right now, I don't have a why. My why is to do this. My why is, this is my why. I get up, I play video games, I research video games for you guys. I do this show to hang out with people. Like Sweet Tart, she says, I had a mortgage, knew none of this, back to renting now. At some point, maybe Sweet Tart decides to get a mortgage. Maybe Sweet Tart pops Jay a message. Hey Jay, I need some advice on mortgages. You know what? There's about 90 million other places she could go to get information on mortgages. Maybe she just likes the way I break things down. That's fine. That's cool. I ain't here to make money. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to make life a little bit better for a few people. Now, I see 9 people hanging out in the channel. I would love to see that number be 9,000. I would absolutely love it. I would stream all the time answering questions about life, the universe, everything. Clearly, I must know something. I got something going on in my life. I own a house. I have 2 cars. I have 3 cars. I forgot. I now have 3 cars. I have 3 cars. I owe $6,000 on 1 car. And I'm going to be honest, the only reason why I didn't pay that off is because of the Disney trip. Now that the Disney trip is paid for, I'm going to pay off my wife's Altima. And then after that, I'm going to have no bills. I will have... The fuck frame of reference is this? Where the fuck direction is east? I guess that's east. But I have no bills. People always are on me, like, and here's the thing, people try to B6 is the trigger. Oh, I gotta figure out which button is B6. Wow. This is like a bad port of a Final Fantasy. Oh, that must be B6. But that's button, oh, that's RB, okay. But yeah, I'm obviously doing something right, but all these people are always on my ass. They're like, are you saving money? What do you mean? Are you putting money into the stock market? No, because that's not saving money. Let me tell you, putting money in the stock market is not saving money. Although I wish to God I had put money into Netflix. When Netflix came out, I was going to put $1,000 into Netflix. It would be worth $56,000 now. But people are always like, put money in the stock market. Why? Put money into Bitcoin. Oh yeah, because we see how well Bitcoin's doing now. Putting time and effort and energy into Bitcoin, not a bad idea. Putting your computer to work for you, while you're asleep, not a bad idea. I actually have Bitcoin. Bitcoin's not dead, but Bitcoin is. Does anybody remember? I'm dating myself now. Does anybody remember DuckTales and Scrooge McDuck? And there's this episode of DuckTales and Scrooge McDuck where he finds an island where there's no money because he had all this money. Had all this money, and he wasn't happy. Dude's like old. He's got a vault full of gold coins that he swims in, but he's not happy. So he finds an island where they don't have money. But when he's there, him and his people bring in a bottle cap. And then this guy finds the bottle cap, and he's like, "Sir, you lost this." And he's like, "Oh, it's just a bottle cap." He's like, "Well, can I keep it?" "Yeah, you can keep it." And then suddenly bottle caps became the currency of the island. Bitcoin is not backed by anything. Technically, I wanna remind people of something. Technically, your money anymore. I don't have any money. This is how sad it is to be Jahlon today. This is how sad it is. Jahlon has absolutely no paper money today, so I can't even do the example. But money used to say. Actually, I'm gonna do it because people don't believe me. Let me grab it. Let me grab one. The certificate. I think this is it. The problem with... Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Let me save this. Because a lot of people don't know this about money. Sorry, Squall, you're just going to have to chill out for a second. We're talking money. My favorite topic. Okay, so this is what American currency used to look like. Alright? And right here at the top, this certificate, or this certifies that there is on deposit in the Treasury of the United States of America $1 in silver payable to the bearer on demand. So what this was, I have a bunch of this stuff. If you guys ever are wandering around and you get money back, you will still occasionally get these. Okay? You will still occasionally get these in circulation from old people that have had their money in the mattress since forever. You can actually take this and get $1 worth of silver. Now, I don't know how much $1 worth of silver is anymore. Whoa. Wrong picture. But, it used to be that paper money was backed by hard currency. That's what, if you guys have ever heard the phrase hard currency is gold, silver, not really diamonds, because diamonds are, the value of diamonds is a complete fucking fraud and illusion. But now money is backed by unkept promises. Absolutely. The gold standard. Absolutely. I just showed you. There was a time where money was on the silver standard. Then there was a time the money was on the gold standard. Now it's too big of a conversation to have right now about money. If people are really interested about money, I can get it all together for you. But did you know that the Federal Reserve is not owned by the federal government? People, you're living in a country that's based on lies. The Federal Reserve is not owned by the federal government. The cheese standard, yes. Yeah, diamonds are set by De Beers and like 3 other major diamond companies. If you get permission, you can go to Africa, you can go Um, if you can go to Africa, you can go near these diamond mines. Man, there's fucking diamonds everywhere. There's fucking diamonds laying on the ground. The people there, they have no value for them. The reason why diamonds are so damn expensive is because there are massive vaults, thousands, hundreds of thousands of square feet of diamonds in storage. The diamond industry doesn't want them in circulation. Yeah, you could pick them up. You couldn't bring them out of the country. But yeah, let me see. Sometimes I'm prepared. Sometimes I'm prepared with. With pictures and stuff. That one got me interested. But yeah, there's diamonds. Diamonds are just on the ground. But it's not the crappy little diamonds people are after. It's the big honkin' rocks that people are interested in. That they can cut into like 20 karat diamonds. But yeah, I mean, you don't need specialized equipment to mine diamonds. You technically don't need specialized equipment to mine, to go gold prospecting either. Gold, you can still find gold. Usually I do this on 10 when I play, but I'm gonna give myself 40 minutes to bullshit in here. But yeah, they aren't cut, they aren't valued. And then the thing is, since they're not cut or anything, they technically have, uncut diamonds have very little value. Diamonds don't get valuable. This game would never get released in modern day, just so we know. The teacher's hitting on the student. Just so you guys know, if you haven't been paying attention. It's horrible. She's like hardcore hitting on her student. The thing is, you don't find out is, she's only like a year, Oh, thank you, Ricky. I love it. Yeah. The people who support me, been around for a while, there's a word. I'm authentic. I don't want to be a big time streamer that doesn't know my audience. I know my audience. I try to know as many people. That's why I hang out with these guys in Discord all week. They make me money. I give away money. I keep the books mostly open if people want to know what the company... The Paradox Gaming is a company. It's unfortunately a self-proprietorship. But yeah, I appreciate that. Honest, thoughtful, and caring. Words I never thought would be used to describe me. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't want to look at their weakness with scan. I just want to kill them. I probably should equip all that crap they were talking about. Not setting foot outside. I'm not... Yeah, no. I have to build a gazebo today outside. The rest of you stay inside. I'll take it for the team today. I have figured out a way, just so we're clear. I have a wireless security camera. Because when Gizmo was little, I needed to be able to see her in the other room. Because let me tell you, oh my god, die already. A 2-year-old with autism, a 3-year-old with autism, they can get into anything before you even have a chance to intervene. They're already into something. So I actually have a security camera in the living room. Well, I figured out something. And Sweetheart's going to kill me when I say this. But I figured out that I could put the security camera in the window of the kitchen. And the hot tub is right outside the kitchen window. So I could actually hot tub stream. I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do that in the winter. A, because I'll be back in shape and I won't be a pudgy round boy. But it'll be snowing and I'll be out in my hot tub. The rest of you will be like, man, it's cold as fuck. I'll be like, I'm in a hot tub. Yeah, Ty, doesn't it get like hella cold where you are? Body paint and hot tub stream. That's right. That is right. No, not hot tube. We ain't doing any hot tubing around here. We'll do some hot tubbing, no hot tubing. It's Korea. Hi, Korea. You have no winter. Yeah, that's true. Nicole has seasons. Summer, hot, hurricane. Wow, old fat gamer. Fucking savage. Speaking of dog collars, man, my neighborhood is like weird. Like my neighborhood is hella weird. Somebody lost their electric dog collar shocker. Like not on their property. Like why the fuck do you even have this thing? First of all. Oops. Yeah, that's the teacher. She's wearing a midriff shirt. The hell's wrong with this education in this town? Plus, all the buttons are wrong. But, first of all, if you have a dog, I'm going to be honest. If you have a dog and you feel the need, to have an electric dog collar, then I want to be Jason Statham from Crank, and I want to put that son of a bitch on you and just shock you. I have raised the biggest, meanest, nastiest dogs on the planet. I've raised Dobermans. I've raised German Shepherds. And I'm going to be completely honest. If you train them right, there isn't a problem with them. They obey. If you're a clown and you don't know how to train your dog, that's on you. That's totally on you. I'm sitting in air conditioning? Yes. I am sitting in air conditioning. Oh, no. I think my house is... I have my house at 70 degrees Fahrenheit today. That's what I'm chilling in. Third world problems. Just get on the bike, Nicole, and pedal faster. Just pedal faster, Nicole. Yeah, you know, I don't understand people sometimes. I do not understand. People in temperatures, just like you said, people will be, they'll be like, it's 80 degrees out, it's so hot. And then, in the wintertime, they'll be like, I wish it was 80. And then you get back to 80 and they're like, it's so hot. Would you please shut up and make up your mind? What temperature do you want it? Wow, gamer, that is awesome. That is awesome. That's how I would do it. I want to live in the cold forever. I actually want to live in the heat forever, but I want it to be no humidity. I only have my air conditioning on because I want to dry up the air, which sucks for me because of my daughter being born 8 weeks early. She has respiratory problems, so I run the air conditioning during the day to dry up the house, and then she gets home and we have to turn a humidifier on in her room so she can breathe. She can't really get down with dry air. Did you die? Oh my god, die! Just die. Trying to do this, I gotta reprogram the controller. The controller doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. It's like, attack is Y. Like, attack has never been Y in a Final Fantasy game. What is wrong with you? Dry heat didn't work for your sinuses? Yeah, I could get down. I could see that. I could see that. That skill, GF, is a girlfriend skill attack. Guardian Force, and it's Shiva, the Almighty. And again, we wouldn't see Shiva dressed like this anymore, because she's basically in a bra and panties. Like, people would be outraged. Oh my god, that girl's in her bra and panties. Look, she's not a she's not a girl, she's a goddess. She is the goddess of cold. Like, yeah, I get it. There's probably some guys like me who are in their 40s who played this when they were tweens and were like, oh my god, naked chick. And then all guys learn that as they get older and they get a girlfriend, women are all like that. Goddesses of the cold and bitter chill. I'm keeping it clean. I just did this. Look, I figured out women a long time ago. If you're a guy and you got a girlfriend, let me tell you how this works. You want to keep yourself out of trouble? This is how it works. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. Of course, dear. Yes, dear. Also, I'm thinking about writing a survival guide to women. A chapter on gamer women. If you have a gamer girlfriend, do not bring flowers. And do not bring chocolate. If you have a gamer girlfriend, do not bring flowers because flowers die. Do not bring chocolate because chocolate makes them fat. Bring them RAM because a gamer girl can always use more RAM. When you screw up big with a gamer girl, do not bring home flowers. It will not get you out of trouble. She will make fun of you to her guild, which is probably the same girl. It's probably the same guild you're in. Instead, if you screw up big with your gamer girl, bring her a new GPU. Will get you much bigger points. However, chocolate does have a place. Chocolate has a place. And what you do with chocolate is this. A guy should always keep individually wrapped chocolates within arm's reach when he has a living girlfriend. And if he makes her mad, apologize. If the apology doesn't work, slowly back away while throwing chocolates. But then, in this self-defense survival manual, a guy has to realize that inevitably there are those crazy chicks that will pull a knife on you when you make her mad. Now, a lot of guys will think they'll be macho and they're going to say, oh, I could disarm my girlfriend if she had a knife. First of all, let me tell you, it doesn't matter who you are or how great you are. Amateurs with knives are unpredictable. Hence the wonderful collection of scars I have from dealing with people with knives. I'm going to tell you that if a woman ever pulls a knife on you, just pull out 2 pieces of bread and some mayo. Her women instincts will kick in. She'll start making you a sandwich. I see the car. The Ion is home, which means Wolfus and Tamir are both home. My wife needs to stop changing gamer handles. She needs to stop it. I don't know what to refer to her as anymore. Yes, I did. I did! No, I didn't learn that from Ninetales. I learned that from... Okay. My best friend who lives with us is a girl. My best friend back in Ohio who lived with us is a girl. Obviously, my wife is a girl. I have a 12-year-old daughter. I have a 5-year-old daughter. There was a point in my life that I lived in a house with 5 women. 2 of them little women, but 5 women. There had to be X number of sexist jokes made just for me to stay sane. Of course, I would never pull out 2 pieces of bread. Am I sure my wife is a girl by the fact that she has borne me 2 children? Yes. I am 100% sure my wife is a girl. 100%. I remember when these graphics were considered stunning. I also remember that these games are considered... Like, these RPGs are awesome. Don't worry, Ty. One day you'll get all grown up. Actually, don't grow up. Actually, I can't even say it anymore, man. It sucks. What kind of world are we living in where I can't tell you? Whoa, out of line, man. Out of line. Out of line. I like you and all, but you are now about 5 feet past the line you should never cross with somebody. But I can't even tell people not to grow up anymore. Tell people not to grow up and be a Toys R Us kid. People aren't going to know what the hell a Toys R Us kid is anymore. That's another travesty, man. That's another travesty. They basically strip mined Toys R Us for all it was worth. Ow, that hurt. Jerk. This game had a very interesting concept. I kind of liked this game in that you didn't just have magic defaultly. You had, you have to draw the magic out of NPCs. That's kind of a cool mechanic. So, yeah. I find it amazing. Back to my topic of the day. Back to motivation now. I find it amazing how many people don't want to make their own lives better. Like, if not everybody deserves the 1% life. Everybody can earn it, but not everybody deserves it. What people like, what do you mean they don't deserve it? You don't deserve the 1% life if you're not willing to work for it. You want that 1% life? Go work for it. Oh, that's true. People want it handed to them. They don't want to work for it. Like, I'll be honest, I don't live the 1% life. I would love to, man. Some of you, I'm going to tell you right now, in all honesty, if I won, like, the $800 million Powerball lottery, some of you would, like, wake up the next day and you would have, like, you'd be like, Jay, did you mean to deposit $100,000 into my PayPal? Yeah, I did. Like, if I won the $800 million Powerball, Ty would not pay for anything school related ever. Ty would go to school for free. Be like, what do you want to do in life? Okay, I'll pay for it. Most of you would have jobs instantly. Be like, you don't like your job? I got a job for you. Not 99% of the 1%ers were born into it. A lot of them were born into it, but not 99%. Like, Bill Gates wasn't born into it. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, they were, I'm gonna die. Whoops. Now I am really gonna die because I just used my last potion. Not on me. The Olsen twins, they weren't born into it per se, but they got really lucky. But then, I always hate using actors as examples because, actors and athletes I don't like to use as examples because we make them. We make them. And some of them, on that topic, some actors and actresses, they are just such ridiculous people. I can't get over just how nasty some of them are. Damn it. It's like some movie star or some athlete or something the other day was like, I don't sign autographs. You don't sign autographs for the people that made you what you are. You don't sign autographs. Are you for real right now? Are you for real right now? You don't sign autographs. Okay. Why do you still have a fan base? Because I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm in awe. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not jealous, because jealous is the wrong word for things a lot of times. There's a fellow streamer or a fellow YouTube maker that started the exact same time I did. They have 99,000 followers. 99,000 subscribers on YouTube. One second. So they have 99,000 followers, subscribers on YouTube. Somebody asked me the other day, "Are you jealous?" No, I'm not jealous. I'm happy for them. I legitimately am. I am happy that they have their 100,000 subscribers. I wish I had their numbers. I wish I knew what their secret. I wish I knew the secret to their success. But the truth is that I'm not jealous. Because they have 99,000 people. I bet you they don't know all of them. I would rather know people. That's what I want. I want to know people. I want to make the world a better place by the whole each one teach one. Bring it forward, pay it forward. That's how I want to change the world. That's how I want to change the gaming community. Yeah, I would love to have like a massive recruitment campaign where everybody who knows me goes and recruits like 10 people and blah blah blah, and I'd love to see my numbers. Hell, I'd love to see my Twitch hit 1,000, and I'd love for my YouTube to get back over 2,500. We got up to as high as like 2,507, and then we dipped back down under 2,500 again. But I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen mainly because, number one, I picked up a lot of people for Bless, and now a lot of the people that I picked up for Bless are filtering back out, which is fine. No problem. I don't want follow. If people only followed me because they thought I was going to be covering Bless, then sure, no problem, man. I don't want to sound flippant, and that's not my goal here. But if the only reason why you were going to follow my channel was because I was going to do Bless, and then I don't really want you to follow my channel, because if you're not getting down with the big overall picture of what I'm trying to do, then I don't want blind supporters. You know, I don't know if that makes a lot of sense to people, but I want to be able to be the voice of 50,000 gamers and liaison with some of these other good people who have 100,000 followers and say to these gaming companies, you guys are ridiculous. Exactly. It's a community. It's not just followers. God. I want to make a difference. And the truth is, I wish, honestly, that I had Steven Sharif's money. I really do. I wish I had enough money that I could put $30 million into a company to make the video game that I want to make. But here's the thing. I don't have $30 million. So instead of me wasting my time, efforts, and energies, making it so I work trying desperately to crowdfund and pitch my idea. I would rather be part of his community and help him make his dream a better reality. Now, when people say, well, who are you? I'm a guy. I'm a guy that has spent a large portion of my life. No, I don't. Go away. Go away. Go away. What the what? Are you roller skating? Go. Oh, stop chasing me. Get out of here. I don't want to, I don't want to put my efforts towards something that's not what I want to do. I want to put my efforts towards making games better. I know, right? But I think Ashes is going to be an amazing game. An absolutely phenomenal game because Steven does something that most game developers don't do. He talks to his community directly. It's not like he has people pop in every now and then. He will talk to you. And if you have an issue, the guy takes time out of his day, out of his weekend to talk to people that bring him legitimate concerns, legitimate issues. Like I said, I'm never gonna go into details about the issue that I'm working on with him, provided he in good faith continues to work on it. Now, if he ever became, like the traditional jerk-off game publisher who decided to be two-faced, then yeah, I would take all of the stuff that I have, all of my screenshots, all of my documents, and I would put them out there. But there's no need to do that while the guy's trying to fix the issue. I think it's perfectly legitimate to let them do their thing. In fact, guys, you know what I realized I need to do? I need to go ahead and send out a tweet. I realized I haven't done the PR push on this video, and I want to do that before it gets too late in Euro time zone. Make sure I didn't do this. I don't think I did. No. There we go. I took care of that. That's why I love this. I love this community because we sit here and we talk, and I'm like, oh, gotta do that. Had to send out the Ashes thing. I'm seeing a little bit better results. Some of you gave me some good feedback. Some of you gave me a little bit of good feedback, so I really did appreciate it. What I've done is I've changed how I publish the videos now. Instead of me publishing the video, putting it on Discord, putting it on Twitter, putting it in a bunch of places all at one time, what I do now is I take the video and I publish it. I make it live. I make it public so that the subscribers to my YouTube see it. They see it. And then the people in my Discord see it, and the video gets some traction, some views, some other goodness. And then what I can do is I can let it get 100 or 200 views. Then when I tweet it and I start sharing it other places, it looks like a video that already has some traction. Instead of the way I had been doing it, where I do one big giant push, and then that's it. The video only ever gets one big giant push. So I'm still learning a bit, like people we just talked about. Still a very small community, but it works. I take a unique perspective on on how I do my videos, somebody was like, I don't like how you do your videos. Okay, then don't watch them. Like, I don't want to be a jerk about it, but there's... How many people do video game reviews on YouTube? People are like, well, you'd get more views if you did this. You'd get more reviews if you did this. That's cool, but I don't want more reviews. I don't want more views. I don't want more for the sake of more. I want, oh God, I'm in uniform. Oh shit. I don't want, more for the sake of more. Now, I get it. A lot of people, they can't get the mentality of, I'm not doing this for money. I am not doing this for money. The other day I had 3 people in the channel when it came time to give away the gift card. I had 3 people X up for a $10 gift card. And I was like, whatever. I said I was going to give one away. We got to about 10 people. It dwindled down, and only 3 people X'd up. That's fine. Frost, don't worry about being picky about your editing. For you, just export your Twitch streams to YouTube. Dude, those teeth. Recording them separately? Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. There are days when I look at my earliest videos on YouTube and I want to take them down because I think they suck. Oh, shit on my life. Oh, you haven't been streaming? Yeah, that is true. I haven't seen your pop-up. I have a plan, and I have to actually execute the plan. I actually need to get a second computer set up, or I need to get a third monitor. I'm gonna wait until my roommate goes and leaves the nest, and then I'm gonna set up the office. Yes, the picture will come with. It will always be my backdrop unless somebody finds me a better backdrop. But I probably will forever have the Joker as my backdrop. But I have this plan in my head. I also have this plan in my head where I should take all of the spare computers I have and mine Bitcoin. Best background ever. I know. And then I've got the other one, and then I've got the beat people stupid staff. So I am hoping that next week I'll be doing a new game. Next week. Warlord's Awakening. Not pushing it, not promoting it. I will be streaming it. And then we're gonna do hopefully we get a game that's worth playing. I know Frost is still playing some Bless. I can't, man. I just can't. It's like everything that they said was true about the company. They basically released the game in North America for a cash grab. I got nothing else I can say. They did it because they needed the money. This dude, wow, this guy looks like he should just shrink 3 feet and go jump his ass in Gringotts. By the way, when I go to Universal again, I think what I want to do is I want to get a GoPro, and I want to GoPro my trip and put together a video clip. How old is this one? This is old, man. Released in 1999. And they're doing a remake. They're doing a remake on this one. They're doing a remake. They're doing a remake on a lot of the old Final Fantasy games. So yeah, this one's almost 20 years old. But yeah, this dude, man, go right into Gringotts, bitch. So yeah, I'm totally stoked for World of Warcraft. Not World of Warcraft, World of Diablo. Anybody else love to see? Would anybody else love to see an MMO? Wow, dude, you're pixelated. What? What happened to you? You're pixelated. Did you become part of the bulletin board? A World of Diablo. I honestly, if World of Diablo came out, I would definitely be I would be torn when it came time to play Ashes. I would definitely be playing some World of Diablo. I'd be cheating on Ashes with World of Diablo. The dialogue's amazing. Nicole, you'd laugh. I was thinking about you the other day when I was playing some Heroes of the Storm. I had Diablo and the Witch Doctor, Nazebo. We were laning together, and I was thinking Nicole would like this, but it's a MOBA. Yeah, Diablo's the bomb. Yeah, Ty, you need to... Are you playing Europe? Never mind. I got a stim pack yesterday. Or I got double stim packs. And, I got double stim packs, so I boosted a bunch of my, Heroes of the Storm characters to 5. And then I pushed a bunch of them to 10, because that way I have the gold for the next new one. 4 months till Ashes, give or take a couple of weeks. They said it's Q4. I don't even remember this in the original game. Uh, oh, that's right. You literally drive. They added. I don't even know why they did that. So, uh, but yeah, it'll be quarter 4. I don't want to hurry. I'm gonna go the opposite way because I saw something in town. Oh, there it is. Achievement synchronized with the server. Cool, whatever. I know Ty's probably looking at the graphics in this game like, what the hell, man? This game is older than Ty. Uh-oh. I heard Kitty. Come here, Kitty. Again, remember, one problem, or one thing in the world, guys. There was a point where the graphics in this game were considered revolutionary. Come here. Someone wants to see you. Come here, stubborn cat. Come on. Oh, yeah. Top of the world. Look at these tactical overlays. So when Frost was born, where the hell was I in 92? I was in 6th grade when Frost was born. Yeah, the wild producer. He is sitting over in the window and he won't come out. I don't know where the other 3 are. They're all lazy. They're lazy cats. Yeah, sweetheart. I'm going to have to decide if I'm going to let the cats in the office. I guess I'll let them in the office and then just kick them out when I'm not in there. There's not going to be a couch or a bed or anything in there. So they probably won't. Oh, I guess I could bring up my kitty bed with me. My kitty tower. I'll get little kitty visitors. They must be allowed. The order to withdraw takes priority. No, there's not a windowsill. I don't have windowsills in my house. Windowsills aren't a big Illinois thing. Yeah. First time getting a break to watch Twitch in a long time? Well, shoot who, you are always welcomed. What backwards kind of house are you living in? They don't put windowsills in houses in Illinois. I've never had them. Our windows are always flush with the wall. Just how it's been. The cat jumped on the desk and is watching me. Kitty? There's kitties that want us. You have a kitty audience. You know, the weirdest thing is, when I look over at the, screen to see the game, I'm seeing what I'm seeing. But when I look over at the Twitch to look at the chat, I'm seeing the screen from like 20 seconds ago. It gets disorientating sometimes. Be sure to equip your girlfriend before you head into fights. This is why abbreviations are important. Meow. 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 Come here. Come here. Why does nobody trust me when I stream? Come here. Come here.
She's laying down.
Come here. Where are you? You come here. Oh, good boy. Come here. Come here. I want you to come here. No, that's not. This isn't the one that's crying. Why you leave? Today, in other news, Jahlon was killed, but his cat took over his stream. Come here! The other one is the other one's being a whiny butt and won't come here. Oh, I know. Go get your family. Go get your family to come here. Oh, well, apparently all you gotta do is stand right outside the town and the enemy comes right to you to die. It's always a good thing. That makes me want to play with my puppies. I want a puppy. I'm just not sure if I'm ready in my life right now to have a puppy. Puppies are a lot of work. Doggies require more work than kitties. And you gotta schedule your life around the doggies. Now all you need to do, sweetheart, is get a quarter and shove it into your keyboard, and then you never actually have to touch the keyboard. You'll forever holy bolt. Not that, you know, there aren't people who use macros, even though they said macros aren't allowed. As he grows, he will help you with the 3-mile runs. Yeah, because I'm gonna name my dog 5 miles. That way I can say I walk 5 miles every day. Yes, I would keep I would keep attacking in 1s and 2s against 3 people. I'd also like to say that this game is the inventor of the gunblade, which is single-handedly the dumbest weapon I have ever even thought of. Look, you can have a gun or you can have a blade. A fucking gunblade. Somebody was on the good crack. Yeah, if you run out of ammo, you still have a blade. True. Oh, it doesn't bring it up because he doesn't have any yet. Be right back. Need food. Food? I need food. Haven't eaten yet. I got steak in the fridge. I couldn't eat all of that steak last night. In fact, I had very little of the steak. I forgot how much I don't like Outback. Hadn't been to Outback for a couple of years. Went last night. Probably won't be back for another 5 years. We used to have this great little steakhouse in this town, and then he sold it, and somebody else bought it, and I have no interest in eating at the new place because the new guy's a bit of a jerk. Aw. You're not nice. This dude's impatient as fuck. Only for a few beers in the Bloomin' Onion. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even like their Bloomin' Onion. If I'm gonna have an onion, I'm gonna have it from Texas Roadhouse. I like theirs better. Yep, better onion rings elsewhere. I will say that there is a place in my little town that has the best onion rings. The best. In fact, I think that's what's going to be for dinner tonight because we won't be going out to dinner because we went out last night. Did you know? Interesting fact about life, your brain. Did you know that your brain agrees with you when you want to be lazy? When you want to make a decision, you have about 5 seconds to really want to do it. And if you don't do it in about 5 seconds, or if you think that you don't want to do it, your brain will start making excuses for you for why you shouldn't do it. That's just like if you want to get up in the morning and run, then get up in the morning and run. But you can't you can't make excuses, and you can't delay. Like in the morning now, when I get up, the only thing I take out is running shorts and a running shirt, and that's it. That's what I put on. Because once I put it on, then I'm like, oh well, I've already taken the effort to get dressed to go do it. But it's like that with everything. If you decide that you want to wake up, early in the morning, then you have 5 seconds to decide to get out of bed. You have to get your feet on the floor. Because if you don't, then what's going to happen is your body's going to be like, but you're sore and you're tired and you didn't go to bed till late and you're just going to make excuses. Your brain is designed to keep you safe. Hesitation is a biochemical reaction that something is wrong. Chemically, your brain's like, oh, the body doesn't want to do it, then I must not want to do it. I thought that was really interesting. I heard that, and I had to go look that shit up. Because it sounded like a load of bullshit to me. And then I found out that it's true. You have 5 seconds to want to do something. Five seconds to want to do something. Ruh-roh. Help! Uh-oh. I think he's about to get eaten. Ah. I did. I thought about diving into ESO, and then I realized don't really like the gameplay footage I see. Not that it's bad, it's just not for me. So, I've got enough other bits and pieces to keep me busy for a while. Plus, with Warlords Awakening coming out, and they actually invited me, they hunted me down to be a content creator for them. I at least owe them some attention. And then by the time I get done with that, I have to do a video on Vertigo today. Well, probably won't get done today. Probably be doing my video on Vertigo tomorrow. I accepted a copy of the game to do a review on it, so I got to get that one done. But by the time all that's done, I probably will be right on top at Alpha 1 for Ashes. And then once that happens, the only time I'll be doing other stuff is when the Alpha's down. And then once, because I don't think we're going to be in Alpha 1 very long. See, they're doing it smart. Ashes is doing it really, really smart. Really, really smart. They know... Excuse me. Ashes knows that they're using Unreal Engine 4, and that people's biggest complaint is the combat. So what are they doing? What are they testing right away in Alpha 1? They're testing the combat. So people can see it. If people can see it right away, then they're going to be more inclined to they're going to be more inclined to want to play it. And then all these naysayers, like, I cannot get over people. I cannot get over negative people. People want to just knock the guy. Oh, it's a big scam. Dude, honestly, the dude invested $30 million into a project. He's made about $7 million back. You don't invest $30 million into a project as a scam. I saw a post about Ashes that was interesting to me. It showed the first video, they showed a gameplay for us, and then showed recent videos of a completely different game. And the first video for Kickstarter looks so much better. And the first video for Kickstarter looks so much better than now. Are you saying that first Kickstarter video looked more clean and more polished? Is that what you're saying? Because I have an answer to that. I just want to make sure I know. I want to know what you're saying. And you can't go because the cat's on your lap? The cat's trying to tell you that you need to be a Jahlon supporter. Just leave the stream running. Your cat will watch. But yeah, if you're talking about look completely. Okay, here's why. And I can explain that. And a lot of people don't get this. What Intrepid did to build their initial concept videos is they used straight Unreal assets. They built their game they built their demos using straight Unreal assets. And what they did is they polished those. So those, like, if you wanted to, in fact, I'm going to prove it. Let me do this real quick. And if you go here, if people go there, you can actually download Unreal Engine. You could, in fact, are they still up on Humble, or did they take them, or was it CryEngine that they were up on Humble? Let me check real quick. I don't think there were Unreal books up. I think they were CryEngine. Yeah, they're gone. You can buy a book. Let me see. Let me grab that too. There is. Here it is. Now, I am by no means telling you to go out and buy this book. But the second link, wow. The second link is a book on using Unreal Engine. You could download Unreal Engine, you could buy that book, and I've actually had people that I've said you could go do that, and they have. There's a guy who used Unreal Engine, and he made an animation of a character walking. And the problem was the character walked about 6 steps, and then the character's legs kept going, and the character's torso fell to the ground because they didn't assemble the construct right. And that's gonna happen. But I know a lot of people are like, a lot of people have said, oh, she's gonna fall. A lot of people have said, oh, well, all Ashes did was put together some demos. Well, of course that's what they did. They're developing their game differently. They're not building their own engine. I do not get what is up with people when they say, oh, the product's going to suck because they're using somebody else's engine. That just boggles my mind, like, to umpteen levels. That's like, I'm going to be putting up a gazebo today. To do that, I am probably going to need this exact tool. This is a hex key screwdriver. Now, I know a lot of people are used to seeing hex keys, the little the little Allen wrenches. I don't like using those when I'm putting together something. I like a handle. So these are actually brilliant items. But I didn't invent this tool. Somebody else invented the tool. I'm using it. That's all the engine is. The engine is the tool. So people are like, well, they made a playable demo. They made a showcase demo. You're right. They did. That doesn't mean it's bad. It means they built a demo in a box with the engine. The dude that does martial arts is afraid of jumping. So, yeah, I mean, there's going to be haters. Here's why there's so many haters. And this is real negativity. Again, negative people. People who were excited for Crowfall. People who were excited for Chronicles. People that were excited for Camelot Unchained. They're upset because a game that has been in development way less time is already making their games took way longer, and they've been in development way longer, and they're nowhere near the level that Ashes is at. Ashes has already been in the hands of 2,000 players. The bad part is they were like, look how awesome our game and gameplay is, you should back it, when it really wasn't actually a game. I don't think they ever said, I've looked for statements like that. I don't think they've ever said, look how awesome our game and gameplay is. I think they have said, pretty much, this is what we plan to do. And the truth of the matter is I actually found it, and I'm going to go find it again, because a lot of times it gets passed over, and I have found it several times, and I should just, I should just save the goddamn thing. We've got private backing that will allow us to produce a core viable product. What Kickstarter will allow us to do is expand our scope and give our team flexibility and room to breathe. What that means, and I've researched it, it's right on their Kickstarter. You will never find on any of the other Kickstarters, you will never see that they said, we have private backing that will get us to a core viable product. Core viable product means the game isn't going to have the stuff it's not going to have. It's not going to have all the Kickstarter bonuses. It wasn't going to have ships. Naval content wasn't going to be there. Enhanced mounts, those weren't going to be there. Parlor games, those weren't going to be there. The entire Underrealm is unlocked because of the Kickstarter backing. The financial system, that getting to $3 million on the financial system, $500,000, well, that's the money that they take right off the top, and they pay for the guy with the PhD in economics to go and build their financial system. That's, they released an entire another race, but they said we have a core viable product. Now, there's a lot of people who say, well, that's just them saying it. If they had the money, why'd they do the Kickstarter? Well, there's a lot to understand with business. If I take all of my money and I put it in my business, I've already been taxed on that money. Say I won $800 million. I took $30 million of that and I put it into a game company. Well, I've already been taxed on that money. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can set it up, and I'm finding out about that with just small business, small scale. But you've already been taxed on it, and it's your money. Now you put it into a company, and now it's going to get taxed again a second time when it comes back out of the money, or comes back out of the company. So Kickstarter funds are money that go directly into the company that were never yours. It's just money management. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, then they should have released the game and worried about the other things later. Well, here's something interesting that a lot of people, because a lot of people don't do research, and that's what you guys have me for. I do the research. Let me find it again. And I'm actually going to window capture. And we're going to go right there. Maybe not that much. Intrepid Studios currently has plans for 2 unannounced projects within the Ashes of Creation universe. More on these products will be released in the future as our development of our flagship product, Ashes of Creation, nears its development milestones. These guys aren't just like, you know, hey, give us money so that we can make one game. These guys are actually trying to do like an integrated thing. I already know, I don't know if it's one of the things they're talking about, but they are doing a phone app. If you guys remember Neverwinter, Neverwinter had the whole, you used your phone to do things in the world. Like, I remember sending my guys out to gather me treasure boxes and stuff while I was at work. I had a boring ass job. I had to be at work early ass in the morning, and then I had to be at work late ass at night. But during the day I didn't have much to work on. So I used to sit there and play Neverwinter on my phone just for something to do. But yeah, I mean, that's a fair point. That absolutely is a fair point. But people want to... I think people are so upset with everything that they want to be... people want to be skeptical now of absolutely everything. It's like people are skeptical about Intrepid and their referral program. And rightfully so, man. I'm a little skeptical about it as well. And I'm going to say this. It is a huge deal that they are given 15% off the top. $15% off the top. Anybody who's one of my referrals, and let me pop over to that real quick, because I like I said, 100% transparency is why I do what I do. It's why so many people give me so much money. I get so much money from people, and I give it away. Now that I actually am legal, I'm legit. Let me get to the right one first. Let me get to the right page, and then I'll pop it up. Come on, page. Window capture. So there is my referral page. $279 in the kitty. 75 of that is actually Candra's just bought her $500 pack. She's one of my referrals, so I got $75 from my wife's pack. I'll just throw that money. I'll just go in the kitty. I basically just donated $75 to the funding stream of my own company. But the truth is that they never have to do a piece of marketing ever. They will never have to do a piece of marketing ever, because if I want the game to be successful, I'm going to promote the game. It's Q. What up, Q? Q, I gotta say, now that Q is in the channel, Q, man, you were smart. I was stupid. You were smart. Your channel exploded when you went to Fortnite, when you left Arcade to go to Fortnite. And I want to say that if you check my YouTube, I was doing Fortnite content before you. I did a how to build demonstration, and I was like, man, nobody gives a shit about this game. Nobody cares. Nobody likes the save the world side of the house. I stopped doing Fortnite content. Q took it up, totally exploded. I'm really happy for Q. Q and I both were Arcade content creators. He does really good stuff for Fortnite, but Q and I were both content creators for Arcade, and then we both got fed up with how Tryon was treating their content creators, so we kind of bounced. So yeah, I'm really happy for Q taking off the way Q did. You do, man. I miss Arcade. I am not gonna lie. I miss Arcade, but I can't. I can't go back to it. I know there's some people who left Arcade that are going back to Arcade to do content, and that's fine and all, but I can't do it. Because for me, I would have to play Arcade like on the down low, never stream it, never make videos. And it's like, it sucks because Q and I leave Arcade, and then Arcade looks like it's getting better. But you know, how many times can you get kicked? So really, I'm like this. I would rather take a game that's not quite as good as Arcade and have fun in it. I was really hoping Bless was going to be that game. But Bless turned out to not be that game. So now I'm loafing again. I'm a streamer. I'm a content creator with no game to make content for. New publisher might... You know, I keep saying that. I don't trust Tryon either. I'm really scared of... really scared that Tryon might actually publish some other game. Tryon might publish some other game. With them, what did they just acquire? Why can't I think of it off the top of my head? They just acquired all the assets of a company. Really makes me nervous. Well, yeah, I mean, Q, that all was happening because they didn't want to, because they, Gazillion, that's it, thank you. I was gonna look it up after this fight, but yeah. Q, man, you had already left. Arcade, and I was having a conversation with fucking Muzzy and Moby, and these guys didn't even know the material locations for making a wagon. And then they were like, their excuse was, oh, well, we said it was always subject to change. What the hell kind of answer is, oh, well, we always said it was subject to change. Wait, that's like having no integrity. NeoWiz, I can't blame, I want Bless's failures. I want to say Bless's failures were bad, but I can't say it's because they had no integrity. They had integrity. I just don't think they know how to address a Western market. I will say the guys behind Warlords Awakening, they are actually being pretty legit. They're like, look, we're going into early access because we want our ambassadors. And I am one. I am an ambassador for Warlords Awakening. Official and shit. They're like, we want feedback. I'm like, you'll get plenty. Trust me. I'll be streaming that, and then what I do is I take my Nightbot, and I go back and I relook at Nightbot, and then I pull out the concerns. It's a whole bunch nicer than having to sit here and trying to sit here and take notes. Now I just let Nightbot take the notes. When the community does more to promote a game than its publisher, then something's wrong with the publisher. When the community knows more about the game than the publishers know about the game, there is something really wrong. I think the content creators, I think the pack of like 10 of us knew more about the game than the Tryon team did. But fresh start, fresh start, fresh start, fresh start, fresh start. Good talk. Quill is awesome. Quill is unbelievable. I honest to God, I say this honestly. Absolutely honestly. Intrepid needs to go and poach Quill. They need to go and poach it. They need to go and poach him. But, you know, the other big step is you got to be willing to ban cheaters. And that's another reason I love Intrepid, and I love Dynamite Studios. In fact, I gotta go make sure. Did they put anything out today? Fractured is another one. Pop this in here. Real quick, if you guys haven't supported this game, they're in their Kickstarter right now. That's another game. If you like Diablo style. That's a top-down looking game. But yeah, these guys are awesome. I'm gonna say this, and it's really weird, right? I think Intrepid is doing amazing things with their community marketing. But the thing is Dynamite Studios is doing even better. They're doing even better things. Like, if you level up just by hanging out on the Fractured forums, the Fractured website, sharing their news, reading the email they send you. Ready? Reading the email they send you. They give you points, and as you get points, you get stuff. One of the things you get is you get Cash Shop currency for their game when it comes out. It's going to be a buy-to-play game with a cosmetic cash shop similar to Ashes. They're doing a monthly sub, but that's pretty damn amazing that they're giving you Dynamite Gold for supporting the game while it's in development. That's nutso. So I think a lot of these other scumbag companies are going to be put on notice, because I think between Intrepid and Dynamite, they are, since they're so concerned with their communities, I don't think you're going to be able to get away with being scumbags anymore. And then I want to talk about Camelot Unchained, since I was supposed to be playing that 2 days ago. You know, I get it. Shit happens in life, alright? I'm gonna be the first to say, man, when you live your life, you gotta live your life semper gumby, always flexible. I have had horrible things happen in my life that have totally derailed the direction I wanted to go. For example, being forced retired last year totally derailed my life. So I get it. Shit happens. However, would you fucking die already? Oh, I'm gonna have to learn the buttons. His combo's useless if you don't know the buttons. But if you've been late 3 other times, you cannot afford to be late again. And that's what happened. They were supposed to release their beta on the 4th. And they couldn't make it. They said the reason why we're not releasing is because we have too many crashes, and the reason why we can't get the crashes fixed is we've had to deal with the European regulations. All right, first of all, bullshit. Honestly, that's an excuse. Stop making excuses. Divorce the lies. Marry the truth. You have a systemic problem because you're suffering from crashes. Fine. Nobody is going to judge you harshly if you tell the truth. You can't release the game because you're having issues. Got it. However, if you're going to straight lie your ass off, then honestly, adhering to regulations in the country you want to do business in is your responsibility. You don't get to say, oh, well, it's the reason. You've been in business for how many years? How many years you been in business? Well, I'm sorry. Then you need to man up and just be like, we could not deliver on what we wanted to deliver on. Now, unfortunately, the people at Intrepid are my friends. However, due to a previous standard that I had, before I had some knowledge, I will eventually, at the end of the year, have to say that Intrepid's late. However, I went and got myself smart, and now I understand why all the Kickstarter MMOs are late. Kickstarter only allows them to extend their date by X number of months. It's like 18 months on your project. Well, unfortunately, you're not going to develop an MMO in 18 months. So I'm going to have to say they're late, but now I'm going to be able to say they're late, but I understand why. With that in mind, games that are 4 years late based on their Kickstarter promises, they're just making excuses. That's just excuses. That's just, I mean, I'm sorry, but I know people are going to be like, well, you have to understand. Well, I don't really. God, I don't remember the boss fights in this game being this ridiculous. I feel like I have missed something while I've been hanging out with you. I think I failed to do something. Later, Q! Let's get everybody's life up. And can you guys believe how much money Fortnite makes? I did. I already drew Siren out of him. But yeah, I'd forgotten that. That came back to me. Like, my brain was like, hey. Yeah, I remembered, like, my brain popped in, hey, you gotta pull Siren. It's like the only time you have to get Siren out of him. Doubles. That's what he has. He has double. I remember being a kid playing this game. Well, not a kid. What was I in 99? 20? I was 20 when this game came out. And I remember sitting here and stocking up on so many doubles because it's like one of the earliest places for you to get it. No. This fight's just a pain. Die already! Like, this is when you need Barrett from Final Fantasy VII to just pull out the shotgun arm. Shoot him in the face with a shotgun. This is like the scene from The Crow. Fun Boy. Don't you ever fucking die? Nope. I don't know why. Should know by now. Final Fantasy. You can't blind a boss. That doesn't work. Well, unfortunately, the survive by attrition is about to fail too. So I'm about to be I'm mostly out of cures. I'm out of potions! God damn it, Captain! I'm giving you all she's got! Ah. That's also not how you would hold nunchucks, but whatever. I'll give him. I'll let him go with that. I have one cure left. That's not gonna be good. That's not good, boss! Speaking of summons, I'm really stoked for summoners in Ashes. I haven't seen a good summoner class since Final Fantasy XI. And don't give me any of this crap that warlocks are summoners. They're not. They're warlocks. All they summon is demons. I was playing some new collectible card game, just testing out games, and man, so many people have tried to copy Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering. It's just disgusting. There was one deck I fought against the person in this new game. I don't even remember. It's aired. You know, Aaron, I never played Vanguard. Never played it. Yeah, speaking of Aired, if you Arc-H players, you all should probably know Aired by now, but I managed to catch his show. I said I would get there, and I managed to swing into his show right as he went off the air, but I got my sub in. Got my sub in! By the way, guys, you know, if you're Twitch Prime people, Twitch Prime, make sure you are coming to Twitch every day. They are giving away a game every day on Twitch Prime. And the best part is, as long as you get the game, you will forever get to keep it. You get to keep it forever. Speaking of Air, are you going to try Air? Yeah, man, I'm a little upset. Little upset. Weapons Research Magazine. Let's take a, Do we have any information on what the hell is going on with Air? 11 May. Yeah, man. They had like 5 months of radio silence. They were like, boom, we're gonna release Air in quarter 1 or quarter 2 of NA. What the fuck of 2018, and then they didn't say anything from 12 December to 11 May. They haven't released a press release on dates. But I know that Bluehole had some issues. I know that Air lost a major developer or a major financial backer. So yeah. Yeah, Ashes aired, man. Ashes is going to be massive. I think you're going to love Ashes because you like to do all that other stuff. And you're going to have, like, Aired's going to have, like, six computers running because, Aired, I think what you're going to like is that you have to relate to people. You can't do everything in Ashes by yourself. Ashes requires teamwork. So yeah. Wait, hold on. Guys, I think we got big news. Let me check. Guys, just so you know, oh no, what are we doing? Don't do that. Right here, guys, official announcement came out. Right there, officially announced as a Warlord Awakening ambassador. Good times. That is, they're doing it smart. They're doing it smart. Really wide net. Really wide net. So, I'm trying to see. I'm in an ambassador's chat. I'm making sure because they just released the announcement. They said we couldn't get our keys until after the announcement. Now the announcement has been made. I want my key. I want to go play. I want to play. Want something new. I just want something new to do. Yeah, Aaron, actually, I'm going to jump up real quick. I'm going to take a quick break. I've been sitting for a minute. So let me jump up real quick, stretch the legs. Because my legs are actually feel like I have ants on them because I did run and then I came in right away and sat. So let me just jump up. I need to stretch out a little bit. Let me do this. But I'm going to be gone for less than the timer. So, here we go. Yes, I am impatient. Patience is not one of my virtues. I am not a doctor. I do not need patience. What are they changing about the previous games? It's funny. I did a video on Warlords Awakening, and let me tell you what they're changing. And I don't want to talk about... here's what I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about what they're changing about the actual game, again, because I don't have an exhaustive list. So then people are going to say, like, oh, well, you didn't... you're right, I didn't, because I don't have an exhaustive list. They haven't put one out. What they are changing is that it's a different developer. So that's important. It's somebody else now owns the code. Instead of them doing like an Excel to Tryon thing, they're going to be they're their own publishing arm, and they're going through Steam. And I think Steam is the direction we need to see a lot more games go, because Steam's already robust, and then they're approaching it with tweaks will be needed. They're using early access as a true, hey guys, these are the changes we've made to the game. We want these people over here, like not the whole damn world. We want these people right here to get in here and play the game, take a look at it, twist it, turn it, and say, hey, show this to people, get feedback from people on what they're seeing, give us your feedback, let us make some adjustments. That's good stuff right there. That is how you need to do that. So, really, really important thing. But yeah, they are doing it right. They are doing it absolutely right. And here's the problem. How many games do we know of that absolutely failed? That absolutely failed, that could have been better with a better game designer. Like, I've had this discussion several times with people. Several times. People got to realize you do not need to have... There's no wild and craziness to be a game designer. To be a game designer is like what I do. I have books of things, rules, mechanics, systems of how I want to do an MMO. Now, by no means is it totally complete, because I've stopped working on it because it was a hobby, a pastime while I'd be TDY or deployed or whatever. But, with that said, people are always like, oh, well, the people at Intrepid, the people at this company, they're not experienced game designers. Like everything else, where do you get experience being a game designer? By designing games. Now, I don't have to have a bunch of experience as a game designer to make a good game. What I need is enough resources to talk to programmers that can tell me, look, Jay, your idea is brilliant. However, there's absolutely no way with modern technology for me to program what you want. And then that's where synergy between the game designer and the game programmer comes in. And yes, if you want to have a great game, you have to have a great programmer. So, like, I want to have a game where, truthfully, it's post-apocalyptic world, and I want to have it so that you have to salvage absolutely everything. Absolutely everything is salvaged. I want to have it where if you want to make gunpowder, you got to go learn how to make gunpowder. And I don't mean you got to learn how to make gunpowder by going to a trainer and he instantly says, "Oh hell, she's getting fucked up." Where the trainer says, "Oh, I'm going to teach you how to make gunpowder." I want to make it so that when you start your character off, I want like Project Zomboid on like a much bigger level. Really, is what I want. I want an old tabletop game sort of level where it's, hey, do you have literacy? Do you have math? Do you have chemistry? Or do you have literacy? Do you have math? Yes. Okay, then you can learn chemistry. You have chemistry? Okay, then you can make gunpowder. Do you have literacy? No. Well, then no, you can't have chemistry because you don't have literacy. What the hell sort of mechanics are you doing here? Like, well, people didn't have literacy when they first made gunpowder. Sure, you're right. And do you know how many people died making gunpowder in Asia? A lot, because it was. Can we run? How the fuck do I escape? Ladies and gentlemen, I think I've made a huge screw-up in my life. Oops. I think I forgot to save. This thing is a giant pain in my ass. What makes a good game designer is learning from past mistakes? Absolutely, which means 90% of the aren't they very good. Tons of experience that learn from. Why doesn't anyone learn from their mistakes? Yeah, it's one thing to learn from your own mistakes. It is a much better thing to learn from somebody else's mistakes. You don't need to learn from your own mistakes all the time. Learn from other people's mistakes. I learn from other people's mistakes all the time. All the time. But people don't want to do that. Like, Bless's failure. Bless's failure was something completely avoidable, but they didn't learn from their mistakes. Now their numbers are under 5,000. So yeah, they can go down to 4 servers now. Hell, they could probably go down to 2 servers. But if you don't learn from your mistakes, you're just going to keep repeating them. Sadly. That's just how B9 and B10. I don't know what the hell. There we go. I don't know which buttons it was, but I hit enough of them. If you hit enough buttons, you will always be fine. Run. Why are you... Don't stand there, dude. Run. Oh, shit. Can't escape. Of course not. Get your ass kicked some more. Yeah, but you know what the problem is, gamer? There is still so much money to be made in the industry because we as gamers keep paying for crappy games. We keep paying for crappy games. And as long as we keep giving them money, they don't have any incentive to change. Like, I know people that will bitch about ArcAge, right? They bitch about ArcAge. But then the next $150 pack comes out and they buy it. Well, you've got to vote with your wallet, man. Got to vote with your wallet. If you don't vote with your wallet, it's never going to change. Because why would they listen to you? Like, if every week you come into my restaurant and every week you tell me that the food is bad, but every week you come into my restaurant, why do I need to change? Obviously, I don't need to change because you're like, dude, your food sucks. Why are you here every week? It's like one guy today made a comment on one of my videos. You need to stop repeating the same thing over and over in your videos just to make them longer. I'm not trying to make the video longer. I'm trying to make sure that 3 or 4 times in the video, I say to people, if you want to get into the Alpha 1, you have until the end of this month. At the end of this month, the Alpha 1 packs are going away. Because you know there's going to be somebody that you know follows my channel who's going to say, I didn't know the Alpha 1 packs were going away this month. And then I'm going to be like, but you did realize I said it like 4 times. I did put it in bold on the slide. I did put important information regarding, right? I mean, there's only so many things. There's only so many things you can do. You can lead the horse to water. You can chuck his ass in the water. Can't make him swallow. Can't make him swallow. Can't do it. So if people don't want to be smart, nothing I can do, right? Nothing I can do. But you know there's going to be that person that says, I didn't know. Really? Didn't receive XP. Dude, run faster! Ugh. How is this thing still getting up? And yeah, making mistakes over and over and over again. Like I said, man, you don't have to learn from your own mistakes. You can learn from everybody else's. This is a huge part of the military. If anybody else ever saw how the military treats its own members, they'd probably be mortified. But the truth of the matter is, the reason why you have 60 people in a flight in the Air Force. I don't know how the Army, the Navy does it. But in the Army or in the Air Force, you got 60 people in a flight. If somebody screws up, they get screamed at, locked up. Everybody gets locked up while you watch this guy get screamed at. Now, I know people are like, well, that's not fair. Well, number one, if you're getting screamed at, you did something stupid enough to get screamed at. Number two, if it's important enough to scream at you about, it's a lesson that you need to know. And if you get screamed at about it, I'm willing to bet that the other 59 people are not going to have to be taught that lesson because you just got locked up and screamed at. But motivation. If you need to be screamed at to know to follow the rules, like you just agreed to join an organization that has a book that's thousands of pages long, that you are responsible for every rule in the book. You are responsible for every rule in the book. And you can't ever use the excuse of, well, I didn't know. Because they tell you, you're responsible to know rules. That we're not going to teach you every single rule you need to know. But you need to know them all. Stop waiting for the thing and run! Hot damn. Oh, run, 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 run. You're slow. I guarantee you I would have run a lot. I would have been over the edge of the bridge. I would have been like, no, I'm in the water. The problem is I need to get to a save point, and I can't get to one. Yeah, could you imagine if the MMO industry, the standards in the MMO industry were like the standards in the medicine industry? Could you imagine going to your doctor and your doctor getting it wrong as many times as the video game publishers get it wrong? I think you'd be dead. Be like, we're sorry, we have a 30% success rate. Non-stop boss fights. Old school Final Fantasy, baby. Oh yeah, Star Trek Online. Yeah, I need to pop into that. Man, I'm gonna be honest, I have like no time. And I'm addicted to Heroes of the Storm right now. I like Heroes of the Storm. I like playing Butcher. Not Butcher. I like playing Stitches. And playing him on the Fat Max health build. And literally like restoring my health by devouring them. And people get so pissed. You have like 9,000 health by endgame. They're like, you just soaked all of our specials. I know. Yeah. I'm actually, like, I'm kind of shocked. I was expecting this person to come pick up this scrap metal. I'm waiting on FedEx. Gotta go build stuff. Which, is it the Home Depot? Building things together? The Home Depot's slogan is like, building things together, and then you ask them, so, what time are you going to be at the house to help me? They don't really like that. But you said we were building it to... Don't stop. You know it's behind you. Keep fucking running. Well, that dude's going to be pissed. His ride is fucked. Okay, guys, I just wanna remind people that this is like the bad horror movie. This is like the bad horror movie, Bad Habit. Let me tell you, if you knew the thing is behind you, if you know the guy with the mask and the axe is behind you, keep fucking running. He's still there. Oh. Meow. 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 And the solution to every problem is a belt-fed machine gun. Now, does anybody else find it funny that they have submarines with belt-fed machine guns, but they gotta send a runner to share a message? There were 7 ships earlier. Where are the other 6? What is wrong with you people? Oh, here you go. Do you see Kitty? There is Kitty. She finally came to her office bed. They have 2 of them, the spoiled little flea bags. They wouldn't share. They wouldn't share the one. So I got him another one. I actually do want his coat. That's a pretty badass trench coat. You know, I used to wear a trench coat, full leather trench coat. I'm gonna be honest. I have a 3/4 and I have a full length trench coat. And let me tell you, wearing like 5 feet 10 inches of wearing 5 foot 10 inches of leather sort of sucks. Sort of sucks. Make sure to stop by and say hi to your mom. Say hi to your mommy. I somehow think that hi being in quotes was like, hey dude, say hi to your mom for me. Like, what? What's wrong with you? It's my mom. I love how bad the animations were. Who runs with their hands pointed downward? What's wrong with you? This game is actually a love story. Usually this whole thing would have taken me like 30 minutes. I've realized the negative effect of streaming is that if you're streaming right and you're interacting with your audience, it takes you forever to do anything. So, the guy who's the public relations officer for Warlords Awakening, he sits in the Discord with us. The Ambassador channel, we've been relentless, man. All we do is ask him for keys every day. Every day. And every day he says, keys soon. Because he can't tell us. But he just released... I'm going to actually share this. Because he's tired of everyone asking. This image is awesome. He one-ups himself every single day. Every single day, he one-ups himself. So this is what he posted today in response to us asking for keys. Oh, what happened there? Uh-oh. Well, I broke you. Let's do it on this one. So that's what he did when we asked for keys today. Guy's got such an awesome sense of humor. See, that's how you build a community. That's how you do it. You be funny about it. Now time to find a save point. Draw point. Stocked 2 cures. You're gonna need a lot more than that, son. I don't even know what this thing is. Is this thing a part alien spaceship over here? And then, of course, when you zone in, it's different. I was doing some research last night, too, on education. I kind of want to write a paper on education. But grade school, teach you a bunch of crap. High school, tell you everything you learned in grade school was wrong. High school. No, we're not. No, we're not using you. No, we're not using you. Seven, 5. Awesome, dude. I got nothing. Six. Jesus, I lost this. Because I got nothing to go that way with. Yeah, he stomped the shit out of me. Yep, need to, Nope, it's always been on Unreal Engine 4. Yeah, it's always been on Unreal Engine 4. Yeah, all the way back from May of 2017, it was on Unreal Engine 4. You know, you probably got Unreal Engine 3 because at the time they started, every game that was on Unreal Engine was on Unreal Engine 3 because nobody was using 4 yet. But the nice part is that, see, people don't understand what they don't understand. And they think they understand. I think the problem with people is they need to accept that they need to accept what they know. I want the fucking save point. Um, but if you don't know what you're talking about, actually do some baseline research. Don't do don't just jump on the bandwagon. Don't, like, nobody uses Unreal Engine 3 because it can't handle or nobody uses Unreal Engine 4 because it can't handle large scale PvP. Where the fuck did you get that? Where did you get that in your head? Where did you get that piece of information? Well, no other MMO's been done on it. Okay, no other MMO's been done on it. No other MMO's been done on it because MMO companies want to also make engines. So they don't want to give 5% off the top. Well, the problem is people don't understand that Crowfall just sold their engine. So now they're in the engine support business and they're in the Crowfall development business. Unreal Engine, Epic Games, they canned a game. They canned Paragon because they realized that they're going to make more money now that Project TL, which is Lineage, is using Unreal Engine 4. Ashes is using Unreal Engine 4. If you're making 5% off the top of those games, then you want to have a dedicated team of people to help those companies. Like Intrepid said in a stream, they were building the playable PvP, mass PvP stuff. They realized what help they needed, so they contacted Epic, and Epic helped them. People are like, oh, well, you can't do X, you can't do Y, you can't do Z with it. You can do anything you want with it because Epic gives you access to the source code. So people need to realize what they're talking about. It's like a tool. You get to work with Epic to say, I need this, I need this. So they're gonna get what they need. Plus, you don't think that NCSoft would screw up, do you? You don't think NCSoft would be like, oh, crap, man, we're gonna use a shit engine. Like, people amaze me. Like, oh, Intrepid's making a noob decision to use Unreal Engine. It's never gonna be able to support the PvP they want. A couple of months later, NCSoft, we're using the same engine. Oh, if it's for the Lineage game, it's got to be able to handle mass combat. So that's what Lineage is all about. Well, do you really need... Does it have to be a $3 billion company? Which that's what they are. But do they have to be a $3 billion company for you to believe it's the right decision? It just irritates me. People irritate me. I always hate these games because it's a matter of like, alright, I reported, now what do I do? Talk to the chick in the back, maybe? Oh, here we go. Haha, you all failed. You're all failures. These are the 4 students that passed today's exam. And we spent most of it running down a hill. It's almost time for the meeting. Keep this short. Do your best, even when you don't stand out, because you're a completely fucking nobody. We don't even know your name, and we never see you again. Sorry, nameless NPC. Finally, a gunblade specialist. Everybody else gets personal advice. You just basically told me that you're happy that... Receive the battle meter. You basically told me that I'm a nobody. We'll talk privately one day. Ah... People are... I don't want to go back to class. I want to go back to the fucking safe point. Ah... See, he's not a total douchebag. Not a total douchebag. He knows he was wrong. Conduct 30, Judgment 0. Attack 20, Spirit 50, Attitude 30. Why are you in my room? No, found you. Fucking stalker, get the fuck out of here. I think that it is time to save the game and call it a day. I love you guys. We went in a whole extra hour and didn't even feel like anything. But I'm gonna get out of here. I'm going to get set for my delivery. And I'm gonna get set for that person to come and pick up my scrap metal. But it has been awesome, guys. I will be back, and as soon as I get news on this new game, as soon as I have any news, I will be chilling a lot more. I want to stream a lot more than I do. Start to try to get that ball rolling. I want to make more videos than I do. I've got another game to do one on, and then I think there's a couple of more opportunities for development at FFVIII, where I'm getting my contract from. But it's been great, guys, and as soon as I have some news on anything, I will let you know. Ash's live stream is next week, so expect a video coming out about that. And the gift card raffle on YouTube closed, so I'll be giving away a gift card tonight. You'll see the winner announced Well, I'll do all the paperwork tonight. You'll see the winner announced on my blog on Sunday. Anyway, it's Friday. Take care. I'm going to go eat a piece of steak because that's the reward for streaming. I'm out, guys. I'm out.